Hi, beautiful lady. Welcome to the Wellness Center. If I may, I'm going to tell you a quick story, and that'll explain to you how I fixed my memory issues. So, 6 years ago, actually, it's been a little more than that, but 6, 7 years ago, I drove to work every morning at 4:30. And at the time, my sister also drove to work at the same time, which was convenient because we would talk to each other on the way to work. And part of the reason we did that was just so that we could stay connected, but part of the reason was because I was having memory issues. There's times I couldn't remember how in the world I drove to work. Couldn't remember. It wasn't a hard drive to work. Thankfully, there was no traffic. I mean, it wasn't dangerous on the road. I just couldn't remember. And once I got to work, some of these people I had worked with for 10 plus years, all of a sudden, for the life of me, couldn't remember some of their names. We could be in the middle of a conversation and I would completely lose the conversation. I mean, just gone. And I would joke about it and say, well, that thought just left. But honestly, it scared me. I was early 40s and I was having horrible memory issues. I mean, forget the stuff of, walk into the room and can't remember what you came in there for. That happened all the time. But this was a little bit worse. There would be days that things would happen and my now husband would say to me, well, don't you remember that? No, I had no recollection of things that had happened. I honestly, on our wedding day, don't remember part of the day. That made me very sad. So during my health journey, and it involved a lot of things, but this was just one of them, I had a hair analysis done. And if you've never had a hair analysis done, and it's something that interests you, but you can't seem to find somebody to do it, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will help you find somebody. I will get you in contact with the lab that does mine, and maybe they can recommend somebody. So don't brush it off if you can't find somebody. Reach out to me. I will help you. I go deeper into this topic in my coaching program, which is also out there, the Wellness Corner. My brain quit. See, I still have memory issues. But let me explain a little bit of what mine was, and maybe that will help you. In my case, my memory issues were aluminum toxicity. And my naturopath and I worked closely with a naturopath. So Dr. Charles Lewis is awesome. I think he saved my life. We did a hair analysis, and when that hair analysis came back, it showed toxic levels of mercury, aluminum, and arsenic. Well, kind of freaked me out a little bit. Okay, the arsenic was just minimal. Turns out it's naturally occurring in our dirt, so it was coming in through food. Not a big deal. But the aluminum, what aluminum does is it actually attacks your brain. And it was attacking my brain, and I was having memory issues. So that one thing, changing that one thing, made a huge difference. There were many other things I did too to help with brain fog and all the other issues I was having. But as far as the memory issues were going, we found it through doing hair analysis, found out that I had aluminum toxicity, and with his assistance, and I worked very closely with him, I did a heavy metal detox. And it takes 18 months to 2 years is what he told me. So it was a very long process, a very slow process. You can't detox quickly. And I learned all of this from my naturopath. But you cannot detox quickly because those heavy metals can attack your organs. So I had to be very careful to protect the rest of my organs as I was detoxing. If you are having memory issues and they haven't been able to figure out what it is, you might want to try it. Go get a hair analysis, find out if that's what it is. Please, 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 I'm begging you, do not do this on your own. It's very serious. I worked very closely with my naturopath. I'm just sharing this because when I was going to the regular conventional doctors, nobody looked. Nobody suggested that we look. And honestly, the answer that I got for the memory issues were, you're getting older. I'm sorry. No. I don't care if you're 20 or you're 80 or what age you are in between. If it's not your normal, trust yourself. Trust yourself. You don't have to go through that. Start digging for answers. Start looking for answers. I hope this is helpful. But just to recap, if you're having memory issues, one thing you can check into is find a doctor or a naturopath that does hair analysis and get a hair analysis. It takes a 3-month window snapshot of your system, and you can get so much information out of there. Very cool. And again, it was a very slow process. Make sure you stick with a doctor. If this was helpful, please comment, follow me, subscribe to me. And if you have other issues that you're having besides memory, I would love to know what they are. Because if it is something that I have dealt with, I will absolutely do a video on it and make sure that you see it. I hope you have an absolutely blessed day. Don't give up hope. There are answers out there. There really are.